Okay, so let's find a nice position on your mat. Okay, and we're going to just gently warm up the body. So finding your feet on your mat. Okay, your feet are hip distance apart, and you can put your hands on your hips if you like, and just gently roll from side to side, feeling all the touch points where your feet connect with your earth. And you can kind of roll around, roll from side to side, just feeling inside your feet, feeling that connection between you and your earth. Okay, and now lifting, coming back to feeling centered on your feet, lifting up all 10 toes and creating space between your toes. So really spreading through your toes. And let's start this time, we normally start by putting the big toe down. Let's start by putting the little toes down to the mat first. And then see if you can bring your fourth toe and your third toe and your second toe and then your big toe. So don't worry if you can't do it. It's very unusual to be able to do that. But it's quite a nice practice to connect your cerebral cortex with the meridians that run all the way through the body into your feet. Okay, so just feeling that sense of connection with your feet and with your earth. All right, and now we're going to shift our weight into the right foot. Lift up onto the ball of your left foot, and let's just create circles. So we're going to do 8 circles in one direction, and just tune into your breath. And see if you can take a nice deep inhale and a nice deep exhale. And when you've done 8 in one direction, go back the other way. So this is just a really good way of getting all the fluids flowing through your body. So you can find your rhythm with this. Breathing in and out. Great. And then just shake out that leg. And then shift over to your left foot, rooting down into your left foot. Lift up onto the ball of your right foot, and let's create those nice big circles. You could say it's in honor of our beautiful big Libra full moon that we're basking in the energy of at the moment. Really beautiful. If you didn't get a chance to see it last night, you'll probably still get a nice view of it tonight. Keep moving around. And when you've done 8, you can go back the other way. All the while, just nicely relaxing your belly and tuning into your breath. That's it. Good. And then just shaking out your legs. Good. All right. And now bringing your knees together. Let's just create those knee circles. So we're just lightly warming up our joints. So breathing in. And breathing out, taking a few rounds the moon, excuse me, few trips around the moon, and maybe taking about 2 more, and then just seamlessly going back the other way. So just go easy on this, but if you hear any snap, crackles and pops, don't worry, that's just air pockets being released. Good. All right, and then just gently come back to standing. Good. And I'm just going to bring my mat a bit further forward. There we go. Oh no, we want to be further back. There we go. Good. All right. So coming up to our hips now. Let's bring the feet a little wider and let's pick those circles. So just noticing how the hips are feeling today. You can go lightly on this, or you can go a little bit more. I've just had a few little snap, crackles and pops. That's so good because it means you're helping to open up space in the body. And then go back the other way. Breathing in and breathing out. Great, and then just shaking out the legs. So you see we're working our way up from the ground up, just waking the body nicely and gently. Okay, so keeping your feet a little wider than hip distance apart. We're getting into all around here, and we'll start by keeping our hips nice and balanced, pointing forwards, and we'll just gently let our arms sway. Good. So we're just tapping your kidneys, gently waking up those little adrenal glands that sit just above your kidneys, and they will be working furiously on overtime at the moment if you're feeling a little anxious, because their physiological function is to help pump adrenaline into the body to help you prepare to take flight or fight. But you don't want to do that right now. You want to rest and digest. So just gently giving them a gentle wake up, and then bring your arms a little higher and give yourself a pat on the back. So allow your arms to gently tap the back of your thoracic, and let your other hand just gently tap your shoulder. There you go. And then gently slowing down, coming back to stillness. Good. All right. And now we're gonna do some shoulder shrugs. Okay. So rooting down into your feet. You're going to inhale, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, and then exhale through the mouth. Ha! Just let them release down to the earth. Inhale, exhale, ha! That's it. Let's take 4 more like that. Inhale, exhale, ha! And 3 more. Inhale, exhale, ha! That's it. Inhale, ha! And 1 more. Inhale. Great. Feel the weight of the world just dripping away from your shoulders. Release, release, release. That's good. And we're just going to do some gentle sways now. So releasing your elbows as if you're doing a backstroke. And you can allow your whole body to get into this gentle dance movement. Lifting opposite elbows and just noticing how your shoulder blades feel, releasing down the back, away from your ears. Good. And of course, now we're moving up into the head, okay? Moving up into the neck, this very precious part of the spine that carries the weight, literally carries the weight of the world on your shoulders here. So when we have misalignment in the body, then we tend to get a lot more neck strain. Because if you think about it, if everybody just holds the back of your head, you take your thumbs up into the base of your cranium, you can feel that precious weight of your skull. And if you lift up, there's a little ridge at the base of the cranium. You can feel where the cervical spine, if you take your thumbs along your neck, you feel all the tendons there and all of those muscles that are working very hard to keep this precious weight up all day long. Okay, so when we work on our alignment, we help to create support for these muscles and tendons all around the neck by allowing the head to balance more centered on the spine and the shoulder girdle. Okay, so let's take some gentle neck stretches here. So because I'm not with you, please don't overdo this, because you don't want to overstretch the ligaments in your neck. So just go easy, as if you're tiptoeing your toe into the bath. Okay, if you've got just run a nice hot bath and you're not sure, you sort of you edge your toe in, don't you? It's kind of like that with the neck practices, because within yoga, the key vulnerable areas are your neck, your wrists, and your knees. Okay, so I'll be reminding you regularly to go easy on these parts of your bodies, okay? So let's start with our head centered. Take a deep breath up from the base of your feet on the earth. Draw the breath all the way up, along the central column of the spine, all the way up to the crown of your head. And then exhale through the mouth. That's it. Take a couple more like that, drawing the breath up. Growing taller, feeling strong and tall up through the crown, and then exhale, release through the mouth. 1 more like that. Inhale, feeling yourself growing taller, feeling the spine nice and long. Feeling the crown of the head gently lifting, feeling the shoulder blades releasing away from your ears. Great, so you feel nice and centered here. Your neck is nice and centered. And what you're going to do, we're going to start doing some lateral stretches with the neck. Okay, so inhale to draw the breath up to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, just tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. And you can lift your right shoulder up and then take your hand, your right hand across and rest your head in the crook of your elbow. So you feel a stretch along the left side of your neck. Okay, and then let your right hand come out and just explore. So if you're already going to your edge, just back off a little bit and just explore any areas that might feel tight in the neck. You can raise your arm all the way up if you've got that range of motion, and just notice at what point the tension is the most noticeable. And rather than avoiding it, we're going to go right to it. So, but as if you're tiptoeing into your bar, so gently stretching out through active fingertips and breathe. If you close your eyes, you can really focus your attention on where the tension might be in your neck and draw the breath as if you're drawing all the molecules towards it, that area of tension through breath. And then exhale, allowing everything to melt away. Release, release, release. Let's do 4 more deep breaths like that. Inhale, and then exhale. 1 more, sorry, 3 more. Inhale, exhale, 2 more, exhale through the mouth, and 1 more, and exhale through the mouth, and then release. Relax your left arm completely, leave your head where it is. See if you can allow your head to stay where it is, and take your right hand to your right cheek and just let your head rest in the palm of your hands. And if you've got your eyes closed, open them gently now, adjusting to the light. Take a really deep breath again. And on the exhale, gently move your face back to center. And just take a moment. Take a moment here to readjust to feeling centered again. Feel your feet on the earth. Notice when you bring your head back up to center, there's a nice feeling that rushes through the entire body. It's a sense of release. That's your prana, that's your life force. So if you've got any blocks around your throat chakra, around your neck, then that will help to release it. Okay, so we're going to go now to your left. So take a deep inhale all the way up from your feet, all the way up to the crown of the head, and then just gently tilt your head to your left shoulder, your left ear coming down towards your left shoulder. Bring your left shoulder up a little bit more to help connect your shoulder with your ear. Take your left arm up and allow your left palm to rest on top of your right ear. Let your head relax into the crook of your elbow. And you're already feeling a stretch along the right side of your neck. And now you're going to bring your right fingertips out to the side and just explore. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but you may have done it intuitively anyway. If you wiggle your fingers, you can feel the ligaments running all the way from your fingertips up to the side of your neck. And then just stop wiggling and just have nice active fingertips reaching. And then once you've found a space that could use an extra release, go right to it and close your eyes. And on the inhale, imagine you're calling in your Reiki team to release any tension. And on the exhale, sighing out through the mouth. And let's do 5 more of those. Inhale, exhale, 4 more. Inhale, and exhale. 3 more. Inhale, and exhale. 2 more. Inhale, and exhale. And one more, inhale and exhale. Very good. Now relaxing your right arm completely, leaving your head exactly where it is. See if you can just keep that head resting there in space. And then bring your left hand to your left cheek and see if you can just rest your head in the palm of your hand. And take a deep breath here. If your eyes are closed, you can gently open them. But what's nice about this exercise is really feeling the weight of that precious skull that houses your brain. And notice, now you can understand why parts of your shoulders and neck might get tight and tense if the alignment isn't right. Okay, and when you've got your eyes open, take another deep breath. And on the exhale, gently move your face back to center. And take a moment in mountain, so bring your feet together. Take a moment with your hands open towards the front of where you're looking, and release your tailbone and just feel that lightness in your neck. Feel that sense of release, feel the energy flowing now. So now when you place all your attention in the soles of your feet, you can imagine on the inhale drawing that energy up from your feet, up along your legs, through your pelvic floor, past your coccyx, up into your belly, at your manipur, your solar plexus, into your heart, up into the throat, and now to your brow center and the crown of your head. And then you can exhale and send a cleansing breath down from that 1,000-petaled lotus that resides just at the top of your head, releasing that all the way down into the earth. Good. So we're going to do some gentle moon salutations today in honor of the Libra full moon. And so we'll do that before coming to our peak pose of rabbit pose. So if you come to the front of your mats, and we're going to, the moon salutation is really, it's going to be a basic practice. If you do have any knee sensitivities, then you can place a blanket in the middle of your mat, just so that it's there in case you need to rest your knee on a blanket. Okay, so coming to the front of your mat, starting with your hands open towards the front of the room and feeling your feet firmly rooted on the earth. Take a deep breath into your palms, and on your exhale, bring your hands together at the heart space. Inhale, feel that energy from the heart space raising up through the throat, past your brow center, up past your crown, up towards the sky, and opening up your palms, rooting down to rise up. Exhale, bending at the knee, folding forward, releasing your crown, your 1,000-petaled lotus towards the earth, and releasing belly onto thighs. Just take a moment here. Now, if you do have blood pressure issues, then don't hold this for too long. Otherwise, I'd like you to see if you can really ease yourself into this. Allow your head to relax towards the earth. You can take a hold of each elbow, and that will help you to let go of any holding in the shoulders. And you can gently shake your head yes and no. And really feel into the back of your pelvis and the back of your hamstrings. See if you can gently lift your sitting bones up towards the sky, and you can feel a gentle stretch at the back of your pelvis. Relax your arms towards the earth. Create circles on the earth. And then bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, crown towards the front of your mat. Nice straight legs. Feel that energy center, all the line of energy coming from the root of your pelvis, past your sacred bowl, past the coccyx, up all the way into your belly, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your brow center, and through the crown of your head. And just take a couple of breaths there, breathing from the root of your being up to the crown. And sending the breath back down. Take another inhale. And on your exhale again, bending the knees, releasing belly onto thighs, relaxing crown towards the earth. Place your fingertips either side of your feet, and on an inhale, take your right foot all the way back behind you and release your right knee onto the mat. Keep your right toes tucked under and lean forward, come up high onto your fingertips. Now, I didn't mention this actually before, but if you've got those towels handy, you could place one towel under each hand if you need blocks, okay? Just fold them up higher, and you can feel that long line of energy now. Feel into your coccyx. Allow that right hip to release down into the earth. Allow your crown to lift towards the sky, and feel that line of energy from your pelvis, from your pelvic floor, past your sacred bowl, your coccyx, your solar plexus, up to your heart, your throat, your brow center, and then through the crown of your head. Very good. Now, you're going to see if you can plant your palms on the earth, either side of your left foot, tuck your right toes under, and take your left foot back to meet your right and come into downward facing dog. So this is a gentle down dog. It probably is your first one of the day. Spreading through your palms, make sure that you're not dumping into your wrists. So really spread your fingers and root down into your index finger and your thumb. Relax your head. You could walk your feet in a little bit more, and when you're looking back at your feet, you can pigeon toe your toes a little bit so you can't really see your heels. This will open up your hamstrings and your sacrum at the back of your pelvis, that beautiful back butterfly joint that can get compressed. So feel that sense of extension all the way there. Take a deep breath. And what we're going to do here, we have an option. You can either bring your knees back down to your blanket and then bring your right foot forward between your hands. Or if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you can raise your right leg up and bend that knee, shift your weight forward and bring that right foot all the way through. So you get to choose, be the master of your own practice. You decide if you want to challenge yourself. And then come up high on your fingertips. If you need to, sometimes if we're tight in the hamstrings and the glutes, we need to walk our feet forward. That's absolutely fine. Just make sure that your right knee now is over your right ankle. Come up high onto your fingertips, and again, connect to the root of your being. Imagine that crimson lotus at your pelvis, and then imagine the connection between the crimson lotus at your pelvis and that 1,000-petaled white lotus that lives just at the crown of your head. And breathe deeply here. Good, just releasing that left hip towards the earth, lifting your crown, lifting your gaze. And then planting your palms down if you can. Take a deep inhale, tuck your left toes under this time, and we're going to have to use our core muscles here to bring our left foot forward alongside our right foot, coming back into our forward fold. So again, relaxing your belly onto your thighs, relaxing the crown towards the earth, creating circles on the earth, spreading through the toes. Take a really nice deep inhale here and curl up to standing. And when you come to standing, you can allow your arms to follow, raising up over your head, allowing fingertips to touch, palms to touch, and then exhale. Feel energy traveling down through the crown of your head. Feel the energy now at your brow. Take a moment now to set your intention to have pure thoughts and reflect on what that means for you. And then take a moment to bring your thumbs in front of your mouth. They don't have to touch your face, don't worry. you keep them just energetically. You can still feel that energy in front of your lips and around your throat. And take a moment to set intention to share your truth and reflect on what that means for you. And then bring your hands to your heart center and take a moment to set your intention to take courage and have compassion with yourself, to embrace this purpose, this soul purpose that has brought you to live on earth, and taking a moment to reflect on what that means for you. And now bringing your arms back down alongside your body, and we'll do the other side. So breathing, if you've got your eyes closed, you can keep them closed if you're feeling confident. You can try this with your eyes closed, but if you need to have your eyes open, don't worry, that's good too. Take a nice deep inhale into the palms. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart space. Inhale, feel that energy traveling up from your heart, through your throat, through your brow, up, over, through the crown, arching back, feeling that sensation of being a rainbow bridge between earth and sky. Exhale, folding forward, releasing belly onto your thighs. Relax the crown towards the earth and allow your pelvis to lift up towards the sky. Create circles on the earth, giving thanks for this beautiful home. And then bring your hands to your shins. Inhale your crown towards the front of where you're looking. So you have that long line of energy from the root of your being, your Muladhara, your crimson lotus, your earth element, traveling energy all the way up to into space, into your crown chakra, your beautiful 1,000-petaled lotus. Very nice. And then exhale, release. Release crown towards the earth. Bring your fingertips either side of your feet. And this time on the inhale, we're going to take a big step back with your left foot. Coming into that high lunge just for a moment before you make sure you're hip distance apart and you release your left knee onto the mat. You can come up really high onto your fingertips. Keep the back toes tucked under. And lifting up. This is Anjalayasana, which is also known as crescent pose. And you can sort of see, if you really lean forward, there's a crescent created between the coccyx and the crown of the head. So it's a slight back bend. Breathing here from your Muladhara, from your crimson lotus, drawing that energy all the way up to the crown. And then sending that energy back down. Planting your palms. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, take your right foot back to meet your left. And you can come into your downward facing dog. And again, if you like, you can walk your feet in a little bit so your heels come towards the earth. You don't have to touch your heels towards the earth, but there's an active releasing towards the earth happening. If you're tight in the hamstrings, remember to bend your knees. You don't want arching in your upper back. You want to have a nice extension through the spine from your crown. You're probably starting to understand the importance of opening up that energy channel. And this pose is one of the best poses to do that. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Good. And now you get to choose if you want to bring your knees back down to the mat and bring your left foot between your hands, or if you want to do the other version, which is raising your left leg up behind you. And then on the exhale, bringing knee to chest and shifting weight forward and bringing that left foot between your hands. And you can assist the foot to come so it's stacked under your left knee and bring your right knee down to the mat. And again, keep that those right toes tucked under and lean forward. And again, place your attention at your pelvic floor, your Muladhara. Draw that energy up through the breath to your Sahasrara, your crown chakra, your 1,000-petaled lotus. Taking a breath here. With each exhale, releasing your hip just a little bit more. And then when you're ready, planting your palms either side of your left foot at the front of your mat. Tuck your back toes under. Take a deep breath into the belly. And on your exhale, really recruiting muscles in your belly. Lift your right foot forward and bring your foot in line with your left foot. So you're in forward fold again. And you can really release the crown towards the earth. Let go of any effort in your arms. Let go of any worries. Allow them to cascade down into the earth like a waterfall from your shoulders, along your neck, through the crown. Release, release, release. Give your mind a break and allow yourself to come to the present moment. And create circles on the earth, rooting down into your feet. Take a deep inhale and stacking each vertebra on top of the other, coming up to standing, and then allowing your arms to rise up overhead, fingertips touch, palms touch. Exhale. Feel that energy. It's traveling down through the crown to the brow center, setting intention to have pure thoughts. Take a breath. And thumbs rest in front of the mouth. Setting intentions to speak our truth, share our truth, whatever that means for us. And take a breath. And then taking thumbs to rest at the heart. And feeling that energy firmly rooted in the heart center. And breathing into what it means for you to have compassion with yourself and take courage to live your soul purpose. And then releasing arms alongside your body and standing in your mountain. Just take a moment in your mountain. If you like, you can practice tuning in with your eyes closed. So you can feel your energy inside the palms of your hands. And just noticing how your body feels now. Noticing if you can really feel connected with your earth through the soles of your feet. And you can imagine drawing energy up from the roots of your feet, up along your legs, to your Muladhara, your pelvic bowl, your Svadhisthana, your water element around the coccyx. Bringing your energy into the fire, the core of your being. Feel that illumination at the solar plexus, your inner sun. Feel that energy burning brightly. Illuminating your heart space, feeling the energy now inside your heart space. And then moving up to the throat. Noticing if you're able to feel the energy traveling freely from the heart, through the throat, to your brow. And as you rest your attention at the brow, there's no way of making awareness of the crown chakra, really. It just happens organically. So you just see if you rest your consciousness at your brow and quieten your mind, you can hopefully feel a sense of lifting taller through the crown of your head, opening up into that limitless spaciousness that we are all connected to. Very good. So, and it's very important in the practice not to leave ourselves hanging out there in space. So drawing that energy back down from the crown, through the brow center, through the throat, through the heart, through the core of your being, through your sacred bowl at the coccyx, through your pelvic floor, through your legs, down into your feet. You want to feel nice and firmly connected with your earth. Feeling that connection. Very good. So I invite you now to come, we're going to come down through a vinyasa back down onto the mat. Actually, I got quite warm doing that. I forgot that my heater was on. So if you want to have a water break, now's a good time. And I probably will do that. Just to remember to stay hydrated as much as possible at the moment. In fact, I'm going to take my top off so I don't get too sweaty. Okay, so just checking time. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to come back to the front of the mat and we're going to be coming down through a vinyasa. So vinyasa is a Sanskrit term which you've probably heard because vinyasa flow yoga is very popular. It literally just means sequence. Okay, vinyasa literally means a sequence. So the vinyasa that we'll use will be from Tadasana. So bringing your hands alongside your body, palms facing forward. Take that nice deep inhale, feel the energy inside the palms. Exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. You can create circles on the earth. This is just my way of giving thanks to Mother Earth as often as I can. Inhale, hands onto your shins. And exhale, folding forward, crown towards the earth. Okay? And you're going to just take a big step back with your right foot and bring your right knee to the earth. And then take that left knee back to meet the right. And we're just going to come into a wide-kneed child's pose. Okay, so if you're feeling tight in your hips, you can ease into this. You can kind of have your hands up on arms, hands propping your arms up so you can really feel what it feels like to get those hips all the way down to your heels. And stretching your arms forward. If you find that this brings a dip into, but bringing your forehead to the mat makes you dip your crown towards the mat, I want you to take care of your crown and place one fist sideways on top of the other. And you create a nice tripod to rest your brow center. So, in fact, we could all do this one first. Why don't we all try this one together? So one fist sideways on top of the other, and it should hopefully feel very secure so you can release your brow center onto your pillow. And take a moment to breathe into this. A sense of grounding, a sense of connecting to your earth. So we know that it's possible to connect beyond our bodies to the oneness through our crown, but we also know how important it is to stay grounded, stay connected with our earth. So as yoga practitioners, it's important for us to manage that energy, manage coming back down to earth, being connected, being in our bodies. So taking very good care of this practice, being honoring the potential of this interconnectedness, but at the same time honoring ourselves and coming back down to earth. So just breathing into this. Good. And now on the next inhale, lifting your forehead off your pillow and stretching your hands forward. Bring your knees back to parallel. We're going to be doing cat. So if you need a blanket under your knees, I recommend at this time, even if you don't think you really need a blanket, I mean, I'm just doing whatever I can to allow my body to feel as much comfort as possible at the moment. Steady, comfortable asana practice. So just any little things you can do for yourself to create comfort and ease, I recommend doing it. Okay, so bring your hands under your shoulders. You're going to have a nice neutral spine, and you can gently rest your arm bones down through the palms, remembering how important it is to really spread through your fingers, okay? And your knees are under your hips. So we're going to do some cat stretches, okay? So we're going to inhale to reach your heart forward, releasing your shoulders away from your ears. And then exhale, flexing through the spine and pointing tailbone towards the back of the knees. Take a moment in this flexed spine position to relax your head, relax the crown towards the earth, really press into your palms. Feel that sense of creating space along your vertebra, like an upside down rainbow or a cat arching its spine. And check in with your belly here. So we're going to be doing a lot of work, subtle work for our rabbit pose, really tuning in with the belly. So we're going to inhale into this position here. And as we exhale, let's blow out through the mouth. And you can really feel as you blow out through the mouth, you're emptying your belly, and you can pull your belly in towards your spine. And this is what's known as Uddiyana Bandha. Okay, it's a lock, pressing energy out of the belly, and then relax the belly to inhale and reach your heart forward. Very good. We're going to do it now from here. So inhale into your heart and into your belly. Exhale through the mouth. Really feel that sense of emptying your belly. And don't hold it for too long because I don't want you to get anxious. But then you inhale to open up. Let's do 3 more of those. Once you've taken a deep inhale, exhale through the mouth. And one more. And then come back. And let's come down into child's pose. So you can create that pillow for yourself, or if you like, if you can reach your forehead to the mat, you can do that. And just soften into the earth. Allow yourself to rest. Take a few nice, nourishing breaths and sigh out through the mouth. Surrendering to your earth. On your next inhale, lifting yourself back up. Good. So I want us to really feel inside the base of our, around our coccyx. Okay, so imagine, because we're going to be playing, playing is a nice way of putting it. We're going to be playing with the rabbit pose. So all bunny rabbits have a lovely fluffy tail. So if you just imagine you've got that fluffy tail at your coccyx, okay? So we're going to be working with pointing that tail towards the sky. So this is when blocks or towels or books come in handy. So you can have your block or your book or whatever you have handy if you need it. We're going to be doing heart to earth pose. Okay, so if you have your towels piled up here where your head might be, and we're going to work with this, okay? So have your knees stacked under your hips, okay? And what we're going to do, take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, see if you can lower down onto your forearms, okay? And then see if you can stretch your forearms forward and feel a stretch between your shoulder blades. So this is where you could place your forehead on your block or your pillow. And really pointing up through your tailbone. Feel that little bunny rabbit's tail pointing up towards the sky And you can feel that opening between your shoulder blades. This is called Heart to Earth pose, Anahatasana. So we know that Anahata is the heart chakra. So we're just gently opening up the heart, breathing into this space. Feel that sense of really connecting between your brow center and your pelvic floor. So sending the breath up from your brow, up through the throat, through the heart, through the solar plexus, through your tailbone to your pelvic floor. Feel yourself extending. Take one more deep breath here. And then when you're ready, you're going to have to use your tummy muscles to press yourself back up out of this pose, coming up onto hands and knees. Okay? And let's just take a moment to stretch the hips back to the heels. Good. Take the block out of your way. We're going to just be doing a little bit of lateral stretching before we do the, we're going to do the rabbit pose. So from this position, neutral spine again, nice neutral spine, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Take a deep breath. And on your exhale, allow your hips to just swing to your left. And you're going to look over your right shoulder. So you're giving yourself a complete, and really press into your left palm. Take a deep breath. Feel that expansion into your heart here. And then exhale, bring yourself back to center. Feel that neutral spine once more, resetting yourself. Take a nice deep inhale. On your exhale, releasing your hips towards your right and then looking across your left shoulder. So you can feel that there's a sense of rooting down into your right hand here. Don't dump into your wrist, but just press into the palm, every single root of every finger, and open up through the scapulae. Good, and then come back to center. Nice. We're going to be doing one more prep pose before we come into our rabbit. So bringing your block or your pile of towels or book, just having that handy for you at the top of your mat. You might not need it, we'll have to see. Okay, you can decide. But we're going to, I'll show you, if you want to just watch me for a moment and then we'll do it together. So you're going to be starting, we're going to be really opening up the back of the shoulder blades here. So if you do have any shoulder issues, go easy on this. Okay, rooting down into your right hand. You're not going to be dumping into the wrist. You really want to claw the mat with your fingers. You're going to take your left arm up and then you're going to weave that left arm through. You're going to have to bend your elbow to bring your left ear onto the mat. And notice how my pelvis is nice and balanced here. So this is, if you need the block, you can place the block under your head. Okay, and then we'll do some variations. So you can bring your hand up. You can also bring that arm up and around to open up your shoulder and take your fingers into the crease of your hip to really roll those shoulders away. Or you can bring your hands forward like this and feel a stretch if you come up onto your fingertips. Okay, so let's do that together. We're going to be doing both sides. So let's start with your right hand, rooting down into your right hand and having a nice neutral spine. Inhaling, raising your left arm up. Exhale, bending your right elbow so you can bring your left ear down onto the mat and stretching your entire left arm along. So you feel that nice opening in the shoulder blades. Okay, breathing into this. Again, if you need that block under your ear, that's fine. And then take your right hand up and just check that your pelvis is neutral. And you can also take that arm up and around and tuck your fingers in between the crease of your hip and roll that right shoulder away. And just breathe into opening that space. You could also bring that arm forward and feel a stretch with your right hand reaching towards the top right corner of your mat. Check what's good for you today in your shoulders and your neck. Take one more deep inhale here. And then on your exhale, pressing down into your right palm, lifting back. Okay, and just take a moment. Let's just come sitting for a moment onto knees. If you need to, you can take your pile of towels and place them between your feet, and you can sit down on your towels so that you have a nice straight spine and you can come back to feeling centered. Good. All right, so we're going to be just helping to really connect. So we did quite a lot of work with Uddiyana Bandha, which is that this is the thing for emptying out your belly. So what you'll notice when we do rabbit pose, how important it is to really create space along the spine by emptying your belly. Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate to you how we come into rabbit pose. So having the blanket under your knees is really good, and also having your pile of blocks, your block or towels or book for your head is important as well. So from here, we're going to be walking our hands much closer towards our knees. So you notice already I'm flexing in my spine. Okay? And you're going to feel as though your head is already reaching down towards the earth. Okay? So you're going to walk your hands back until you are able to so from here, actually, let's take it one step at a time. So we breathe into the belly, and as we exhale, empty the belly. Notice how it's easier for me to lower my head onto the mat. Okay, and we'll just hold our hands like this for now. Now, if that's too much of a reach for you, you can have your block or your towels here. So as we inhale, we exhale, empty the belly, and lower our head onto the block. Okay, so let's everybody try that. I'm going to be watching you as much as I can, unless you've got your videos off. But just go easy on this. This is one of those poses where if you've got blood pressure or anything like that, you don't want to hold it for too long. Although it is very good if you are still menstruating, it's quite good at that time of the month. So just FYI. So anyway, getting yourselves ready. Yeah, make sure you've got all your props handy. And if you are in the pose, really focusing on breathing into this. What's nice about this pose is it helps us to let go and let go of any sort of anxiety about being in a constricted space. So we need to breathe into that, okay? So you can really focus on the details of breathing into, breathing into the belly, and then as you exhale, really emptying the belly so that you notice as you empty your belly, your spine can create more space to release your head towards the earth, okay? Don't hold it for too long. If you need to come out at any time, please do. But I want you to feel that sense of you're very light on the head. You're not dumping into the head. You're engaging your core and pointing your tailbone towards the back of your knees to create that nice big dome of the spine to get your crown towards the earth. Okay, let's everybody take one more deep inhale and curl up very slowly. Come up and see if you can just sit sit on your, if you can, sit in Virasana, which is if you need to take your towels between your feet, that will help you. And you can be on the blanket and just let the tops of your feet hang off the edge of your blanket so that you don't get any pressure on the tops of your ankles. And just sit here for a moment, hopefully breathing into this. You hopefully feel that sense of connection with your crown. And it can be quite a lovely sensation. One of my top feelings in yoga, when all the blood flow resets, you feel that rush of energy through your body. So just sitting quietly here, allowing yourself to come back to your center. Good. Okay, so we're gonna go a little deeper into the pose. However, if you found that this was challenging enough for you today, I really would like you to honor that for yourself and just practice that. Again, and another option actually, if bringing your head towards the earth is just too much today, you can also just practice that emptying of the belly and really arching your spine up and tucking your chin in towards the chest. So if lowering your head onto the mat is too much of a leap of faith today, don't worry, just safeguard yourself. Listen to, there's a balance between over worrying, but also listening to your body. So you decide, you're in charge of your practice. So you decide if you're getting any sense that you don't feel happy or comfortable in the pose, then don't hold it for too long, okay? If you can ease into it and breathe into it, it's a very, very nice feeling at the end, okay, as most yoga practices are. Okay, and this is one that we can keep doing this practice. If we keep doing it once a week, we start to extend the spine and start to get deeper into it. So you don't have to push yourself into it too soon, okay? Please don't cram yourself into it. Feel a sense of slow, steady progress of opening up into it. So we're going to come back. So from tabletop, bringing your hands much closer towards your knees. Another thing actually I forgot to mention, which is really important, is that your knees are hip distance apart. So I really drum that into you all the time. We really want to feel that sense of connection from the coccyx pointing down between the legs, so that you feel that energetic release down into the earth, okay? So bring your hands closer in towards you, so you're already doming in the spine, and your knees are always, in fact, if everybody comes up like this, you can sort of feel that long line of connection. Place your hands at your hips, feel the connection between your hips, your coccyx, your legs, your knees. It's all in line, so that when you bring your hands down in front of you, you can still start to create that sense of flexion in the lumbar. Start to feel your core, hopefully already feels you're recruiting muscles at the front of your body. You can also tune into your pelvic floor muscles here. So you can really pull up from your Muladhara, your Mula Bandha, and pull up through your core, emptying here, so that you can release your head back down onto the mat or onto your block or towels. Okay, so breathing into this. If that feels okay, you can take your hands behind your legs and interlace your fingers. Okay, but if you're dumping into your head, just get your block, so that gives you more space to do this. Okay, and really recruit the muscles at the front of your body, so that you're really breathing into, recruit your core muscles as you empty the belly to flex your spine more towards the sky, so that you can literally just rest your crown on the mat or your block. And keep breathing into this. Release your shoulder blades away from your ears. Keep stretching. releasing. Take one more really nice deep inhale here. And then when you're ready, releasing your hands, bringing your hands forward and pressing yourself back up. Coming to sit. Actually, this time, let's have your, cross your ankles and see if you can roll back over your legs to come and sit into Sukhasana, which is easy pose, easy cross-legged pose. And just sit for a moment. Allow the energy to flow from your crown back down to the root of your being. Finding that sense of stillness, that sense of giving your mind a break and allowing yourself to be truly present with your yoga practice. Breathing now all the way from your crown down the Sushumna, down that central energy meridian from your crown down through to your earth. And breathing gently in and out. Feel that sense of space that you've created along your spine. Feel that ability now to sit taller. Reach up through the crown a little bit higher. Release shoulder blades away from your earth. Very nice. So I hope that you were able to tune in to this practice today. We're going to be doing a little bit of pranayama now before we come to lay down on our mats. So if you haven't got socks on, I recommend putting your socks on now and having your blankets handy, okay? And actually, you know what? We're going to do the pranayama lying down. So this is good. So have your socks on. Come onto your mat. If you like, because you've been doing a lot of stuff with your head today, it's nice to put a little pillow or something under your head. And if you do like having a bolster under your knees, you can also improvise with having one cushion under each knee at home. And then make sure you've got the lovely blanket handy for yourself. And you can literally come from sitting with your knees bent. See if you can sit up nice and tall. And you can have your arms forward if you like, but roll back on your coccyx to come rolling down gently onto the earth. And just lay in Shavasana. Allow all effort to be released now. Just noticing, Shavasana is also one of the key poses to tune into the crown chakra, Salasraha, to tune into that limitless openness, that spaciousness, that sense that we are all one. Beyond time, space, beyond the body. Before we come into Shavasana, we're going to be doing a gentle balancing breath. Nadi Shodhana. So you really have to allow my voice to guide you through this practice. So if you can gently close your eyes and just allow that sense of feeling truly connected with your earth. Notice where the body connects with your earth and see if you can release a little bit more to accept that support. And then feeling, if you have your arms alongside your body, this is good to rotate your palms up towards the sky. So this helps to release your shoulder blades into your mat. Also gives a sense of receptivity, that you're open to receive goodness, healing, a sense of well-being throughout your entire body. So just opening and feeling your energy inside the palms of your hands. Relaxing your belly. We're going to start by placing all of our attention inside our right palm, and imagine that we're breathing up along the the right arm, up into the right nostril, up to the brow center, up to the crown of the head. And as we exhale, we're going to send the breath from the crown of the head through the brow center, through the left nostril, along the left arm into the left palm. And now breathe up from the left palm, up to the brow, to the crown, and then exhale back down the right side into your right palm. So we're basically just changing sides after the inhale. So breathing in from the right, and then shifting to breathe out through the left. Breathing in from the left, and then shifting and breathing out through the right. So that's one round. I'd like you to continue in your own rhythm and do 7 more rounds. If you get lost, just remembering breathing in from the right, breathing out through the left. Breathing in through the left, breathing out through the right. When you've done those 7 rounds, you can just let go of that practice and come back to your natural breath. We're going to practice Yoga Nidra now. So, as always, it's nice to start the practice by reflecting on any areas of life that we feel truly thankful for. And this might just be one thing, one person, one being in your life, or it could be a discovery you've made about yourself, a breakthrough. It could be a sense that you're finally feeling well again. Whatever it is, could be just a simple gratitude that the sun is shining today. Simple gratitude that we are all together and making time for yoga, for self-care. Whatever it is that really makes you feel that sense of gratitude, tuning into that and just noticing how it feels in your body. Where does it live in your body? If you could zoom in on the source of that gratitude. That where's the center of it all? Where does it live? Now we practice Sankalpa in Yoga Nidra. And I invite you to reflect, because we've been practicing now together since the new moon. And new moons are a time for planting seeds. And full moons are a time when those seeds of intention can sometimes come into fruition. Sometimes it might not always work out that way. Might be a few moons or many moons that we need to continue coming back to our Sankalpa. But perhaps reflecting, if you are working with a Sankalpa, that positive statement in the present tense where you're calling in whatever it is you feel you need support for. If we recognize that the Sankalpa has started to manifest, then we take the full moon energy as a time to celebrate and recognize the power of intention. So whatever Sankalpa you're working with, I invite you to repeat that to yourself now 3 times. And then release and give thanks and let go. And I'm going to take you now on a guided journey of consciousness around the body, reconnecting your cerebral cortex with different parts of your body. Starting on the right hand side, inside your right hand, place all of your awareness inside your right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth little finger. Feel the back of your hand, feel your wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, armpit, shoulder blade, chest, rib cage, waistline, hip, buttock, thigh, knee, calf muscle, shin, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth little toe. Now move your awareness across to the left side of your body, inside your left hand. Feel inside your left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth little finger. Feel the back of your left hand, your wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, armpit, shoulder, chest, rib cage, waistline, hip, buttock, thigh, knee, calf muscle, shin bone, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth little toe. Now take your awareness to your pelvic floor and feel your earth element securely supported. Feel inside your right groin, your left groin. Feel your coccyx, your tailbone, supported by your earth. Feel inside the back of your right shoulder blade, your left shoulder blade. Feel the back of your neck. Feel the back of your head supported by the earth. Feel the crown of your head. Feel that 1,000-petaled lotus, the Sarasraha. Feel inside your right temple. Feel inside your left temple. Feel your right eyebrow, your left eyebrow. And feel your eyebrow center. Feel your right eye resting behind your closed eyelid. Feel your left eye resting behind your closed eyelid. Feel your right eyelashes. Feel your left eyelashes. And feel the bridge of your nose. Feel the tip of your nose. Feel your right nostril and your left nostril. Feel your upper lip, your lower lip, and feel the place where your lips meet. Feel your right cheek and your left cheek. Feel your upper jaw and your lower jaw. And feel your tongue resting in your mouth. Feel the tip of your tongue resting behind your 2 front teeth. And feel your right ear and your left ear. And feel your Adam's apple. Feel your right collarbone, your left collarbone. Feel the right side of your chest. Feel the left side of your chest. And feel your heart center. Feel your right rib cage and your left rib cage. Feel your solar plexus, your inner sun, shining brightly. Feel your navel. Feel your upper abdomen and your lower abdomen. Feel your right groin and your left groin. And feel your pelvic floor. Feel your tailbone. Feel the entire length of your spine from your tailbone to the base of your skull. And feel your entire head. Feel the back of your head, the crown of your head, and your face, all resting and supported by your earth. Feel your entire head, neck, shoulders, and spine, and pelvis supported by the earth. Feel your entire right arm, your entire left arm, and feel both arms together. Feel your entire right leg and your entire left leg, and feel both legs together. And now feel your whole body. Feel your whole body. Every single cell in your body resting and supported by the earth. And now move your attention now back up to that space behind your closed eyelids, that wide open spaciousness, the Chitta Kasha. And you can rest your consciousness in this space. You can allow any images, any colors, any sensations to just be. Any thoughts that might drift by. Just watching objectively as if watching a cinema screen. Allowing thoughts to drift by like weather systems, like clouds. Just allowing them to drift by. And any sounds, either inside or outside of this room, will just wash over you like healing music. This is Shavasana. This is conscious relaxation. So I invite you to rest in this space. Become aware of your breath, breathing your body. Slowly, slowly start to deepen your breath. And bring all of your awareness now back inside of your body. And feel all the contact points where your body connects with your earth. And starting to gently bring movement back into your body. Starting to gently wiggle fingers and toes. If that feels nice, starting to gradually move, make those movements into ankle and wrist rotations. And if that feels nice, then raising arms overhead, stretching all the way along the body from your fingertips all the way to your toes. And then gently bringing arms back down alongside your body, hugging knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a really nice big hug. And gently rocking from side to side. And then when you feel ready, you can gently roll on over to your right hand side and just stay there for a moment. Give yourself time. The world will wait. So just taking it easy here, just acknowledging how you're feeling in this moment and just consciously deciding to leave any lingering fatigue or worry on the mat, so that when you press yourself up to seated, you can feel fresh and revitalized. Coming back up when you're ready to meet me in your favorite seated position. So we ran a little bit over, but I hope that's all right with you guys. No one's got any pressing engagements to run off to. We won't take too long. I'm going to close the practice. It's important, especially when dealing with the crown chakra, we can't rush these things. Very nice. So finding a seat where you feel supported by the roots of your tailbone, releasing into the earth. And feeling that sense of space that you've created along your spine today. Feel the crown lifting gently towards your sky. Let's inhale the arms up overhead. And you can feel as your arms, fingertips touch, this is actually probably the extent to where your crown chakra expands to. And you can exhale, draw that lovely sensation of oneness through the center of your being. So you can just pause again at your brow center and reconnect with that intention to have pure thoughts. And this, for me, is all about being selective about what I feed my mind at the moment. So if you find yourself becoming anxious, if you're really hooked, glued to your telly about the news, see if you can give yourself a break, give your mind a break. Feed your mind with getting outside in nature if you can, remembering how blessed we are here to live in the countryside. And then bring your thumbs down in front of your lips and take a moment to reflect on your intention to share your truth and what that might mean for you. So I know for me, it's about writing, about connecting to how I really feel without worrying about what other people think. And so, and at a time like this, it's quite nice to keep a journal, because one day we might look back on all this and we will have learned so much. So also, if we're spending a lot of time in our own heads, it's nice to get that out onto paper. We all know how important it is to release and get that stuff out on paper. And then bring the thumbs down to rest at the heart. And remember, just reflecting on what it means to have compassion with ourselves. And that could be just giving yourself a bit of a break. If you've got a long list of to-dos that you've created for yourself, because we seem to have all the time in the world, just remember that we're all living through an extraordinary time, and our beings are human, and we have limited energy. And if the oneness, if that connectedness, that sense of energy connecting all of us is disrupted, we will be feeling that on a cellular level. So we want to just give ourselves a break, okay? And also, let's take courage and remember that this is our sole purpose, that we are living through this time, and see what we can bring, what courage we can bring to this, how we can share our compassion with others. If we tend to ourselves first through our self-care practice, then we have more energy to be able to share that with others. So reflecting on what that means for you. Namaste.